Ruslan.
The legendary Mr. Rogers sets the record straight on a lot of the tea in the LGTV community. This was sent to me by Pastor Eric Mason, of all people. I don't know if he wants me to know that, but he asked me to react to this video of Mr. Rogers versus Jeffrey Marsh. Okay, Jeffrey Marsh is an influencer on TikTok. He looks different right now because there's a beard in that photo, but I promise you guys probably recognize who he is. Let's jump right into this clip.
Who they is.
Yeah, thank you. Who they is. I read an article the other day about
Chris, cut it out.
The Flash actor, and apparently they're non-binary, and I didn't know that. And so jumping into the article, the whole like first paragraph seemed so incoherent to me, and then I was like, oh, he's doing the non-binary thing. Got it. Who is they? Is this a rap group? Are they a K-pop group? What is going on?
The whole cast of the Flash?
I was so confused, and it kept saying that, and I'm like, oh, and later I was like, yeah, he identifies as, they identify as non-binary. Excuse me. Yeah. So anyway, all right, let's jump into this.
All right.
Hi, kids. There's no such thing as a boy or a girl.
So that made no sense. Oh, no.
There's no such thing. I thought this worldview encompassed like 100+ genders. So out of those 100, wouldn't there be a boy and a girl?
There's only not those two.
There's only not those two.
There's 98.
There's the 98 other ones work.
Yeah.
But those two don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right.
Biological sex is fake.
Darkness.
Get Elon Musk in here.
Why? This is the point where they've crossed over from, like, gender is an expression of how you feel on the end. Like, right now you've just entered into no man's land. Now we're going from, right, there's a difference between gender and biological sex to like biological sex don't exist.
Yeah, that's a jump. That's a jump.
That's a big jump.
It went from like, no, this whole ideology is scientific.
It's a social construct.
Or it's
like race.
And it's scientific, and there are intersex people to like, no, not only is this scientific, but yours is not. Yours is fake.
That's nuts, yo.
Yes, we all know that gender roles are fake, but do not say to a trans person, biologically male, born female, male-bodied. No.
This is a sickness.
Why?
Of the highest order.
Why? You can call me cisgendered, but I can't tell you that you're born in you're biologically born man.
Yeah. It's also just helpful. It's a little helpful when you're talking about it. It's like, oh, there's a trans woman. And you're like, wait.
Oh.
You're like, male to female.
Or there's biologically born male smashing all the women's swim records. Right? Oh, that's why there's this outlier of an example. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Boys are boys from the beginning.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers has come in to level the debate. An old conversation.
I was telling Zach that I was watching the Mr. Rogers movie, which you guys should all go see the movie, starring Tom Hanks, right? And I watched it the day after my daughter was born. We were still in the hospital, and they had it on TV, I think, yeah. And I watched the whole thing, and having had a daughter, and then watching Mr. Rogers' life story I was in there weeping. I don't know if I was just probably hyper emotional from just having a baby, but Mr. Rogers' movie and Mr. Rogers' documentary is phenomenal. And the crazy part is he loved Jesus and was like an outspoken minister, music minister, Christian, like active in his church, was an amazing human being, and channeled that into engaging with and inspiring children. You know what I mean? For some common sense stuff now. Go ahead.
If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls,
Pause it.
If you're born a boy, you stay a boy.
All these statements is mad controversial.
Yeah, like, censor a song.
Go ahead.
If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start.
In a time.
In a time. You know what's funny? I was thinking about that at this time. There was someone clip that, please. If you're a boy, you stay a boy. At the time, I wonder if parents are watching this like, this is the dumbest song I've ever heard.
Oh no, he was prophesying.
Clearly,
Mans was flowing in the whole in a Holy Ghost here, bro.
but the parents were like, "Oh, that's stupid, Born a Boy song. That's like the most obvious thing ever." And now it's like everyone's on the edge of their seat.
Can we say that?
YouTube's like, "Is this video limited?"
Yeah, can we say that?
You were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine.
Wow.
Your body's fancy, and so is mine.
Only girls can be the mommies.
Oh!
Twitter's freaking out.
Only boys can be the daddy. Yes, sir. True.
Because here's the thing. When I was young, there's this thing that people don't talk about today, right? Some of you guys may have never heard of this concept. All right? People who expressed their gender differently, they were called tomboys.
Ah.
I don't know if that technically, if we are allowed to say that.
I think so.
Are we? Okay, cool. So
They're a dying breed.
they're a dying breed, apparently. But those were girls. A lot of them played basketball. All of them were attractive, most of them, right? And they had a different expression of gender roles. They may be a bit more how would you describe it? Competitive, a bit more masculine, right? They played sports.
Yeah.
That was a different expression of their gender identity.
Yeah.
Right. And unfortunately, if you were a boy and you were a bit more effeminate, you got it real bad.
Oh yeah.
You got it real bad.
Oh, you're in theater?
You're in theater, bruh. Which is whack too, right? Which is whack too. So folks had different expressions of this. You know, I have some friends that were in high school that were in theater, in art, and they grew up and had families. I had other friends that were very into fashion. They wanted to dress cool, and they grew up and they had families. They were,
really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, like, they were called, even 10 years ago, they were called metrosexual. Right? So,
that's funny.
Even in, Slim, you out of control, bro. Even in a decade, like, so much has changed, right? But there's always been outlets for people to express themselves differently. And yes, maybe, especially if you were a boy, it was a little harsher on you. But then, like, Kanye made it cool. Kanye and Cameron made it cool to wear pink.
Yeah.
Right?
Harry Styles
Early-
made it
early
cool to wear
2000s.
dresses.
Who?
Harry Styles.
What? No. I don't think it's ever been cool to wear dresses. Though, Jerry Lorenzo, oddly enough, had designed the first ever kilt that went popular. His thing that blew him up, check this out. This is how crazy this stuff is. The thing that blew up Jerry Lorenzo, which I'm still not a fan of till this day, was Jerry Lorenzo, the Jerry Lorenzo, fear of God Jerry Lorenzo, who professes to be a Christian, Jerry Lorenzo. The thing that blew him up, search Jerry Lorenzo fear of God kilt or dress. So Kanye wore this kilt. Jerry Lorenzo, a Christian designer, right?
Way cooler on
He professes to be a Christian.
Kanye than Vin Diesel.
Yeah. But I say all that to say, Cameron and Kanye were wearing pink, and then Kanye went full on kilt mode, which was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of trying to get dudes in dresses. We're not. What is it? We're not Scottish. What are we doing? Yay? We're not Scottish.
Yeah.
Right. And
Cultural appropriation.
yeah, kind of low key, huh? And so anyway, but so this was 10 years ago, just a decade ago. So there's always been these like, let's push the boundaries. Pull up a picture of Dennis Rodman marrying himself. This is weird.
What is this?
My son is going through the documentary, The Last Dance, and I was not very comfortable when this came up, you know. But this is in the mid-90s. This man was out here, like, what are we doing, bud? What are we doing? Right? What are we doing? So there's always been weirdos and people, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But they were the counterculture, right? And Rodman, you would never question his masculinity. Like you would never question Dennis Rodman's masculinity because he was an amazing ball player, right? But he would do the weird stuff and, you know. And so there's always been people, Prince, Dennis Rodman, right? So this notion that this is somehow new or some, look, I mean, Prince was a feminine guy. He was wearing, what's that called?
Eyeliner?
Eyeliner. He was, you know, he's a feminine dude. I look like some lip gloss. My lip gloss brings all the girls to the yard.
Is that a song?
Yeah. But you know, Prince was a Mac. So anyway, I say all that to say, listen, there's always been weird expressions, but there's always been Dennis Rodman's a man, Prince is a man. You know what I mean? There's lines. Now it's all just kind of went out the window, and thank God for Mr. Rogers time traveling to
debate
to debate the activist of today. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. I think it's a wild time that we live in, but I'm glad that God set up Mr. Rogers 50 years ago, however long ago that clip was, to speak some sense into this generation. All right? Let me know what you think about this.
Las Vegas, join me, and some of you guys might be familiar with my boy Ruslan KD.
Las Vegas, join me for the Christian Influencers Convention happening July 26th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We'll be doing a panel with some of the top influencers in the country, as well as a private, intimate meet and greet.
You can get tickets and more information by hitting the Eventbrite link below.
Don't miss this opportunity to come and hang out and spend some time with some of your favorite Christian influencers.
All in the beautiful city of Las Vegas. July 26th, I'll see you over there. Peace.
I'll see you there. What do you mean?
Ruslan.